We're good to go. All right, guys, we're jumping into the second match of this best of 3 winners bracket between both of these amazing players. Of course, this is the Intel Extreme Masters Shanghai America's qualifiers. My name is Promise, of course. Thank you very, very much for continuing to stick around in the stream and watch these amazing matches. So, without any further ado, let's go ahead and introduce the players in the bottom right side. Playing as the pink Protoss, representing Gamefront, give it up for State. And his opponents in the upper left side of Whirlwind, currently down 1-0 in this best of 3. Can he bring the comeback? Give it up for Evil Genius's HuK. HuK. Come on, sound effects. Don't be slacking on me now. All right. So this is indeed game number 2. HuK played, you know, his choices in that game were very, very spot on. Early Phoenix play, transitioning into Colossi. The big game-changing moment there has to be the DTs. Absolutely 100% the DTs. State snuck in some DTs in the natural, snuck in some DTs in the main base, killed something like 23 probes. HuK was just down at that point in the game. Now imagine if HuK had those many units or had that many more probes. He'd have maybe something like 70 or something. And he had the 2-2, and his third was not so far behind State's. HuK would be in a totally different position, and he would just have more stuff to be able to engage into the army composition of State. So we'll see what he can show us in this game. HuK, of course, has a tendency to be rather aggressive in this matchup. The other game is not the biggest tell or indicator that, you know, HuK does this a lot in PvP. He likes to go for a lot of Blink Stalkers, likes to go for a lot of one-base play, a lot of early Oracle pressure. So those are going to be some things we want to be looking at in this game. Now, on State's point of view, he's up 1-0. He's played HuK many times. I think they even played against each other in this recent MLG Spring Championships. HuK, of course, won with a score of 2-1. But State wants to get some revenge. He knows HuK's a fantastic player, but on the other hand, he also knows that he can win against HuK. So we'll definitely see if he can make it happen. And immediately, we're seeing a super fast Stargate coming up from State. HuK has not really shown the tech. Both players are going to be on 2 gases. Stalker being produced here from HuK. We'll definitely have to see if he goes up to a 2nd or 3rd gateway. Is it going to be Twilight? Is it going to be a Stargate? Is it going to be another quick Nexus from HuK? Minerals are getting a little bit high. I'm thinking there's a big possibility. This might be a quick Nexus here from HuK. Mothership Core being produced here from the Protoss player. In fact, it does look like HuK's just going to go for that 1 gateway expand build. And depending on what State does, which is looking like it's going to be early one-base play, there's a quick Stargate, chrono boosting that Oracle immediately. Getting another Stalker on the map. Already making his way towards the center of the map. A little bit of micro here back from both players. Looks like HuK's going to win that little engagement. Not by a lot, but State's just going to run back. Does not want to lose a Stalker. Oracle soon to finish. 2 additional gateways being added. This is a very similar build that Parting does in PvP. Second Stalker going to join here for State. 2 Stalkers going to be outnumbering 1 here of HuK. And he kind of realizes, okay, he's like, okay, there's 2 Stalkers. You've been chrono boosting your gateway, State. You're probably going to be committing to maybe a big one-base play. And in fact, that's what it's looking like. We're already seeing proxy pylons around the map for State. Pylon, probe, flying around. State wants to take this quick 2-0, guys. I guarantee you now. This Oracle play, this many Stalkers. HuK, does he have the scouting information? We're seeing the pylons up for HuK. He hasn't scouted State at all. So this can actually come back and bite HuK a little bit in the butt if State really commits to this, and it looks like he is. I mean, HuK's going for this Nexus. He's going to let the Nexus finish. All he has back home is 1 Stalker and a few sentries, and this Oracle's going to get 5 kills. Stalker's going to be there. It's going to be enough, though. State can actually focus on that Stalker. Going to try to focus down the very gas-heavy units. Of course, these sentries, that Oracle almost going to fall down. 27 supply to 42 supply, 24 probes to 22. And the thing with this build, very similar to what Parting does, is he's able to multitask very nicely. Sends in Oracle in the main, sends in some units at the natural, and then forces his opponent eventually to go ahead and GG. And this is going to be a very tense situation for HuK to actually defend. Thank God these 2 gateways are going to be powered. He does have a robotics facility. If he can get enough time to go ahead and chrono boost out a Stalker, to chrono boost out an Immortal, it would help a big, big deal. But here we go. There's that 2-pronged attack I'm talking about. Stalkers making their way towards the natural base. Oracles making their way towards the main base. Zealots are not going to do anything against these Oracles, and State might find himself with a quick 2-0 win over Evil Genius's HuK. Doesn't even want to focus down the Nexus. Oracles continue to hack away. 11 workers lost. 35 supply to 53. Sentry is going to force field the ramp. State has a big, big economic advantage over HuK. 24 probes to 11 probes. He just needs to get these units up in the main base. GG. It's called by Evil Genius.